Oh man, hair is a bit mad today. That bed hair though, just can't contain it. Properly getting out of hand. Hello everyone, I hope this video finds you well. I hope you are keeping well and safe and everything that comes with that, of course. But yeah, Connor Whitmore here again with another video for you on the Nawtystep channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a live review of the new tune from Marauda, Nefarious. Here we go, another Marauda live review. Last one being Ruckus with Tramper, which came out around a couple of months ago, I think, if I remember right. So yeah, quite a quick follow-up on that front. Been a busy year so far for him. In between Ruckus and Nefarious here, we got Pulverize with Yaks, which I enjoyed in parts, but overall wasn't big on. The percussion in the drops and also the brevity of the track overall somewhat put me off it. But, you know, a couple of tunes out of the last 30 or so I'm not feeling. Can I say that of many other producers? I don't think so. Wide knowledge at this point, I know, but despite his age, he's established himself as one of the heavyweights in modern dubstep for sure. And I've realised over time that few have the shock value of his music, so yeah, perfect for another live review. For anyone that may not be familiar, a live review is me listening to the music for the first time whilst recording. Kinda like a reaction video, but more about the review and response side of it. So I will be stopping the track every now and then to give my thoughts on it while listening, and coming to a couple of concluding thoughts at the end by answering a couple of questions I've already written for myself. But here we go, Marauda Nefarious live review. Let's do it. Just as a slight warning here, I'm going to be listening on SoundCloud, not Spotify. Track wasn't up yet on Spotify at time of recording, which is right now. Quality may be a little bit worse, so I will be giving it the benefit of the doubt on the production front. Also, just gonna get up here and get my headband because my hair is pissing me the fuck off. Gonna be rocking this bad boy right here. I just cannot be bothered to keep putting my hair in check, so here we go. Got them slight IO vibes, you know? It just has to be done. But yeah, Marauda, Nefarious, here we go. A quick build-up, of course, classic.
You're pretty good, but your style is no match for mine.
Okay. Very interesting from him. Ooh. Okay, just over halfway through. I think I'm finding that very interesting from him. I don't think, you know, that is a style that we've got really before. I mean, of course, it's got the whole huge, gargantuan tear-out approach as per, but it's also got all of those more low-key bits to provide a bit of contrast, which I think is good. Unleashes his style in a new way, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, this could be a SoundCloud thing, I don't know, but a lot of the percussion does just sound a bit muffled, not quite fresh and sharp enough for him, which is what we're used to from him, of course, but yeah, I don't know, it's just not really providing that full thwack or, yeah, punch and beefiness, if you will. It all sounds a bit, as I mentioned, muddy, swamped out, and not quite hitting that sharp, refined point. Makes me excited to hear it in full, with full quality and whatnot. Could be different. But yeah, for now, it does just sound a bit muddy, contorted, and swamped out, yeah. On the ideas front, as I mentioned, I am enjoying the contrast with the different kinds of delivery, of course, at the moment. But yeah, the ideas themselves aren't that striking to me at the moment. First listen, maybe a load of things I've missed out on. But yeah, I think from there, good point to carry on. That's really nice, actually. Nice somber mood. Oh! That completely took me by surprise. See what I mean? Just needs like a sharper, like a... Such an interesting tune. I mean, that's the end of it. Very, very interesting structure going on there. Yeah, that completely took me by surprise. Gosh, you think you're getting that whole drawn out, a really wide-reaching midsection, and it just goes straight into another drop with pretty much no warning at all. Yeah, it was cool. I think it's welcomed. Very different and unique. I haven't heard a song like that or anything remotely like that ever for quite a while, if ever, in dubstep. So, gosh, yeah. Struggling to get my head around it still, how it works and what he was going for. But I think the more I get used to it, that structure and layout of this tune, then I could end up really loving it, because at the moment, even though I'm finding it hard to get into, as I mentioned, I do still find it quite cool. A lot of the percussion was still a bit muddy, swamped out, distorted, flat, if you will, but I think the overall idea in the second drop in comparison to the first was far more impactful, and we also got that great percussion in that midsection point and at the end. Much better, I think, second half compared to first. Just gonna give Nefarious one more listen through now before moving on to those aforementioned questions. That intro is great. It would have been far better if it was a little bit longer.
You're pretty good, but your style is no match for mine.
That snare is class, but the main one just needs more of a bah! I like the bounciness here as well, actually. That is very good. And here comes the weird, unexpected bit. It needs more snap and life. Just feels a bit stuck in itself. Very, very interesting tune. You know, on reflection, I might even prefer the first drop now more than the second one after my second listen of it. Bit of a U-turn for me on that front. And now for those aforementioned questions. First up, what were your favourite parts of the tune? For me, the layout and structure of it are quite interesting, unique, unusual, different, even though it could have been built on and I think expanded a fair bit more. First drop has more going on, second more matter of fact, direct and emphatic in a way. So each drop has something different going for it, which I think works well in the context of the tune overall. The whole middle point, I think, is great for providing a bit of perspective on the tune overall. A good way also of building atmosphere, again, albeit brief. So yeah, that would have to be the good stuff for me here on Nefarious. Next up, what were your least favourite parts of the tune? For me, there is bad percussion evident in each drop. Yeah, percussion that is a bit muddy, swamped out, flat, all the stuff I've mentioned already. Could be SoundCloud, although we do get good percussion elsewhere on the tune, so I feel less inclined to put it on it being SoundCloud because, yeah, as I mentioned, we do get good percussion elsewhere. Not normal from him, I would say, to have bad percussion. I think I can't really remember the last time I heard a tune from him and the percussion was off, so yeah. Something to watch out for there. Both drops have their moments, but the overall ideas I don't think are quite as enthralling for him. I mentioned that whole thing of shock value earlier, which is there a bit, but mostly in the element of surprise with the layout and structure, and not the drops. Again, the shortness of the tune I'm not big on. I do think at this point we need a few longer tunes from him. But yeah, that would have to be my drawbacks with it. And finally, what do you make of the tune overall? For me, not one of my favourites from him, to be honest. I love the structure of it. I think it's unique in that way. but again, so brief and over before it really shows us what it's about, in my opinion. There is drop material that I enjoy here, but the kind I'll go back to again and again, I'm not so sure. A good chunk of it in the drop sections feels a bit thrown together, doesn't have a sense of body or presence of Marauda's best for me. It could grow on me, and I'm yet to hear it in proper high definition, which I'm excited for, but more substantial stuff awaits, I hope, from him. And so there we have it, my initial thoughts on the new tune from Marauda, Nefarious. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. But what did you guys make of Nefarious? Do you have any favourite moments from it yourself? Anything you would change about it? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell along the way so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video to the channel, and my social media accounts are linked in the description box down below. And lastly, if you want to find some other live reviews on the channel, I will link them right here. And lastly, if it's naughty, then you know, guys, so be sure, as always, to keep it naughty and stay safe. I can't stress that enough right now, and I shall see all of you legends in the next one. Marauda Nefarious live review. Please be safe again and self-isolate. Peace out.